The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
The following fascinating story I recently heard from Rav Simcha Bunim Cohen, who was close to Moshe Feinstein. And he said as follows. He said, in Moshe Feinstein, in his later years, he wasn't able to go Friday night to Mesivta Tferes Yerushalayim, his yeshiva, to daven. Even to get a ride there before Shabbos and then have to walk home was too hard for him. So there was a Rebbe, a little Rebbe that had a minyan. He said it was building attached to where Moshe lived. Over there in the east side, there was an attached building of a small Rebbe. He said, Rabbi Halpern, who had a small minyan in his house. And Moshe would go there on Friday nights. Now, he said to go there, Moshe had to walk down a flight of stairs and then go up another flight of stairs to get to the other building. So this went on for a couple of years. After a couple of years, Moshe got weaker and he wasn't able anymore to go down the flight of steps and then go up the other flight of steps. So Moshe started davening b'yechidus. He started davening Friday night by himself. So Rav Simcha Bunim Cohen said that he, together with a couple other people, approached Moshe and told Moshe, why does the Rosh Yeshiva have to daven b'yechidus? We'll arrange a minyan that Moshe could daven with a minyan. Moshe said, absolutely not. He said, this Rebbe has a small minyan as it is in his house. He said, even if you'll bring me other people, if I make a minyan in my house Friday night, if even one mispalel from that Rebbe's minyan leaves him and comes to me, that will be a pagia in his kavod. That will be hurtful to him. And it's better I should daven b'yechidus. And Moshe davened those next few years on Friday night b'yechidus in order not to hurt the feelings of that Rebbe. He said on Yom Tif, the Rebbe would come with his whole minyan into Moshe, and on Yom Tif night, Moshe had a minyan. But I want to point out, Moshe paskins in Igris Moshe, that davening tefillah b'tzibur is a chiyuv, an obligation. But yet Moshe, the Paisik Hadar, paskind that if it will take away one person from that Rebbe's minyan and cause him to feel a little bit, that is doicha, that overrides. And for a Moshe Feinstein to daven b'yechidus, not one Friday night, but many Friday nights for a couple years straight. We have to internalize this message. Many times we think, of course I want to have to show kavod to somebody. But you know what I mean? If the proper thing is to do something and that person's going to feel a little bad, listen, that's the proper thing to do. I got to do what's proper. Moshe Feinstein understood on a whole new level what it is to daven tefillah b'tzibur, how it's an obligation. But yet Moshe paskind, forget about breaking the other person's minyan. If one person will leave that minyan and he will feel bad, that will take away in giving kavod to somebody. That will be hurtful to him. That overrides Moshe Feinstein's davening tefillah b'tzibur. This is a message we have to really internalize. This is the leinogu kavod zelozeh. We have to internalize how many things come up when it's a halacha. I mean, come on. This person getting up there, he's davening for the Amid. I don't appreciate his davening. My davening is not the same. I'm davening b'tzibur, but my davening is not the same when this person goes up and daven Shabbos for the Amid. Maybe I should tell the Rabbi that, people don't really want him to daven. I mean, I'm doing it l'shem shemayim. I want to have a better davening. Moshe Feinstein gave up his tefillah b'tzibur completely in order not to shepherd the feelings of another yid. We have to take this message very to heart. And if we're not sure what to do, ask a chashav a paisik. Moshe Feinstein's not around, unfortunately, to ask. Ask another big paisik. It's a shaylach hamura when you're shepherding the kavod of somebody else. May we all really learn the lesson of Sfira and be zoicha to be mekayim karoi, to be mechaber our friends.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org